Patricio Pitbull versus Jeremy Kennedy. Patricio Pitbull is going to be taking on Yair Rodriguez, but he's sitting there waiting to go either this way or this way. And once he comes across this, when you see a guy like that who's just waiting, you show something. Nice leg kick for him, but he's still waiting. He is so content of waiting for something to come across the void so he can counter it. That's what Yair is going to do. Yair is not going to sit here and play this game. Yair is going to do some crazy tornado shit. If Yair watches this fight and be like, hey, I'm longer than him. He's going to wait for me. He's going to wait for me to come across the void and try to expose myself. Ois. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. We got a brand new breakdown video for you. We're going to break it down. Patricio Pitbull versus Jeremy Kennedy. Patricio Pitbull just got signed to the UFC. He has been in Bellator for a very, very long time. That's pretty much where he's done all of his career. And if you guys don't know, PFL purchased Bellator, and a lot of the fighters weren't happy about going over to the PFL. So we always wanted to know, what would it be like if a Bellator champion, a rising champion, or even a one championship athlete were to do if he fought in the likes of the UFC, the premier of mixed martial arts? Well, we're gonna get the opportunity. Patricio Pitbull is gonna be taking on Yair Rodriguez. So before that, I'm gonna break this fight down just in case if you guys haven't seen him. He has a very unique style. He was a double champ in Bellator, I believe, and he also went down to 135. I think he was the 155, 145, and he tried to go 135, but he couldn't do it because he lost to Sergio Pettis. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to go live. Now, since you guys can't put two together, I got to break down the reason why I am breaking down this guy. It is a reason because a lot of you guys probably haven't seen a fight. A lot of you guys are, mostly fans of the UFC. So check him out.
Hours ago, said, yeah, I didn't want to miss it.
And he's pretty good. He is 37. That is one thing that pops in my mind. He's 37, coming into the UFC at a later stage in his career in life, because, like I said, he was in Bellator from, Jesus, man. It goes all the way back to, this man's been in Bellator since 2010, was his debut in Bellator 15. And his last fight, he's been in Bellator the whole entire time. And then he'll go back to Ryzen. He'll fight in Ryzen, but Ryzen and Bellator are kind of like cahoots with each other. But he's been in Bellator since 2010. April 22nd, 2010 was Bellator 15. My God. And he won that by heel. Okay, let's go. So that's why you guys haven't seen him. That's why he's getting the UFC at 37 finally, because he gets his opportunity to. All right, here you go. Now, one of the things you'll notice, kind of like Patricio Pitbull, you'll see a little bit of, like, he'll wait. Okay, so right here, this is the one thing you want to do. When you have somebody who's waiting right here, right? And Patricio Pitbull and Henry Cejudo have trained together. I felt like Henry Cejudo has picked up a lot of style from the Pitbull brothers, working the borders, blind firing. But when you have someone who's standing up like this tall, inside real quick, pop, just real quick pop, especially since Jeremy Kennedy has the length, which Yair Rodriguez will have the length, the size difference, the extremities against Pitbull. But right there, inside 9, just to disturb the base, keep them honest. But he's sitting there waiting to go either this way or this way. And once he comes across this void, he's gonna blind fire. That's what he's doing. That's what he's saying. When you see a guy like that who's just waiting, you show something, just so they can react, and you see the reaction what they're gonna do, and you're gonna try to see what they're doing. All right, let's continue. All right, he's waiting. Right, yep, what did I just say? I've never seen this fight before, but you can tell he's waiting for him to come across that border, the void. I call the void. Henry Cejudo calls it the border. They've all trained together. He's waiting for him to come across so he can come over the top of it. He's just waiting there. This is when you just start disturbing their base. And that's what Yair is going to do. Yair is going to start disturbing that base, either jumping on that knee, outside kicking it. He's going to disturb his knee because all the power is going to be generated from the legs. You can disturb this, he won't really get you, especially when you have this height advantage, right? But that's what I do. I break down fights, baby. Nice leg kick for him. But he's still waiting. All right, and now he's trying to get some movement out of him. Nice leg kick. Luis. Nice leg kick.
Seen those calf kicks really employed on the card so far tonight, but Patricio Pitbull.
Yep, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting to see who's gonna make their first mistake and expose himself across the void. Yep.
You want someone to land heavy on that lead leg and not be able to get out of the way of the counter punch that you've thrown.
Nice inside. No leg kick. He's slowly trying to get there. Slowly trying to cross that void. But see right there, you see, and see even Pitbull is waiting. He's really trying to counter, because he could come in and go, jab, jab, and then get in there and start clinching and wrestling and mixing everything up. But he is so content of waiting for something to come across the void so he can counter it. Waiting. All right, backs up. That's a poke. Both are poking. Nice inside. Well, both are just patient. And I think when I'm watching this, I know Jeremy Kennedy, I think he should have just taken it to Pitbull because his grappling's so good. You take it to Pitbull, you're longer than him. You start throwing body kicks, get his hands busy. You start throwing that jab and make him overextend himself. And that's what Yair is going to do. Yair is not going to sit here and play this game. Yair is going to do some crazy tornado shit. Try to kick his head off, try to kick his legs, push. Yair is more of a risk taker than Jeremy Kennedy is. But Pitbull is so calculated about where he's going to strike. Elevation change. He's trying to wait. He's waiting for something. Yep. Free body kick is in it, but see. Headbutt. He's got a nice beard though. His beard game's on point. Beard game, 10 out of 10. He's got a fucking fade going on there into the thickness. This is a fade right here, boys. Look at this fucking fade. It's got a little fade right there. This is the fade, and then it goes right into the thickness. That's a solid beard there. Just gonna put that out. That's one of the things I'm focusing on more instead of the fighting. There we go. Yep. Nice check. Like I said, he's constantly waiting for an opportunity to expose him. And it's a 25-minute fight, so there's no point to rush. And I believe that fight with Yair is not a 25-minute fight. I believe it's a 3-round fight. Let's see. Yep. Yep. Okay. So that's what he's doing. Oh, right in round 2. I love it. I love there was like not a lot of... let's see if he does anything different. Yep. And see, Kennedy knows it, right? That's why it's such a slow-paced fight, is that Kennedy knows Pitbull is trying to counter, and he doesn't want to get countered. Pitbull knows that he doesn't have the range advantage, or he has to cross the void, and he's waiting for him to counter. He's waiting for him to come across so he can counter it over the top of him. So that's why the fight is kind of, and that's why you see Pitbull, he's okay with just throwing that leg kick, because he's like, hey, I get a free leg kick. I was going to eat up his calf, or if he hits a, the fucking meat of the thigh, which is what Muay Thai kicks were supposed to be, but now everybody kicks the fucking shins. But he's like, I'm just going to keep kicking this until he's going to overextend himself, and then I can try to counter. Like, that's pretty much the game plan right now. What's been going on for the last 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Oops. Sorry.
Slow, and you got to figure in a championship fight it's going to be like that. But that was a classic Patricio Pitbull opening round. He kept the center of the cage most of the time. Kennedy needs to figure out, I have to move him backwards. That was Patricio's round, so Kennedy is down 1 round now. Caution here in round 2. A lot of respect being shown between these two featherweights, but it is a 25-minute fight.
Nice leg kick. Yep. See, he just waits there. He's just waiting there. Waiting. And like I said, Yair is going to be doing some tornado shit. And Yair is not going to be scared to extend. Because I feel Yair does well when he creates chaos. When he starts doing all the kicks and spinning stuff. Oh, he saw him in that hand. Yep, he's waiting. Yep. I see. This is what Yair can do to him, because he's longer. Because look, he's constantly sitting here waiting, right? Trying to go this way, kind of like Ilya Topuria does it, but Ilya Topuria constantly goes forward across the void. Ilya will go here, he'll go jab, 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 boom, left hook, right hand. Ilya Topuria is more about, he moves his head off that X and Y to where he's moving his head on the X and Y, trying to counter the longer gentleman and walking backwards, and he's doing this. So if Jeremy Kennedy or Yair Rodriguez goes out there and starts pawning him and getting him like covering up, then Yair can have his way with him, or Jeremy Kennedy can too. This is right now. I've never seen this fight before, but this is what I'm getting right now when I'm watching this, is that he's so content about not going across the void. He hasn't done it yet, and the fight is in the 2nd round, and 5, 6, 7, it's 7 minutes into the fight. Still same game plan. Love the calf kicking. It's doing great. Let's see what goes from there. Beautiful jab. Yep. Like, when you're just longer than somebody, you can do this to him all day. As long as you're athletic and you're ready to fight and you don't get caught, you can do this to somebody all fucking day. Especially if you add the grappling, the clinch work, and the body kicks. It's a fucking it's a nightmare. Right? And he's trying to counter over him. All right, leg kick for free. Nice leg kick. Yep. Oi! Counter with the right hand. Perfect. Look how close he gets in order to, like, look how close the legs get. Nobody cares about AJ McGee commentating. Yep. Nice calf kick. Okay. Good athleticism, getting back to his feet. He might have been seatbelting him, boys. We're going to take a look. We're going to get close action. I need close action to see if he got actually hitting the penis or was he seatbelting it. Let's find out. Come on, give me. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. Wasn't direct, but it was more on like the right foot, like the right side of his, he's holding his stomach. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's fast forward. I'm gonna see her, watch him hurt his balls. There we go. So he recovers. He's back. Waiting. All right. Round 3. Okay, now I'm starting to see a little, he's starting to open up a little more. Yep, try to counter over the top. Yep. See, he's constantly waiting, I mean, the amount of discipline to do this, to wait, is, I don't have it. I don't have the discipline. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, this motherfucker's just waiting. Right there, slipping off. Calf kick. Yep. Another jab. Oh, he dropped him. Oi, oi, oi. Oi. And that, I honestly feel that same thing can happen when he fights Yair. If Yair watches this fight and be like, hey, I'm longer than him. He's gonna wait for me. He's gonna wait for me to come across the void and try to expose myself. But if I just throw inside kick, push kicks, high kicks, be long, jab, you know, jab cross, boom, mix it up. Because he's sitting there waiting. He's waiting. Let's continue. Ooh, nice elbow. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, now he's back in that, waiting for the counter. Ooh. Oi. Ois! Ois! Oh shit! Wait, whoa, boof, 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 boof. Jeremy Key's got to move. He's not even move. The one thing I will say that I'm liking about his was his shot. Okay, let's get to like his shot. He's looking for the best shot, right? So he hits him, 3, 2, lands. 3, 2, lands again. Right here, and then on 2, creating the distance. Boo. Boo. See, I think he does, you know, I always would say this. Once somebody starts just fighting, look at this. Boom. Right hand goes to the body. Knee. Elbows. Body shot. Body shot. Boom. Right hand. Left hand, right? I think the biggest thing is that when he fights Yair is going to be longer. And he's going to be doing some outlandish kicks and tornado stuff. And if Pitbull can't find that entry point to get that shot off, especially in a 3-round fight, he's going to have a lot of trouble. But if Pitbull can just get on him and do what he does best and use that power and explosivity and just pop, 3-2, shoot his body and outwork him, I can see Pitbull winning. So, boys, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown, please leave a like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know when we go live, boys.